AI is taking over everything. I'm going to lose my job because of AI. You're going to lose your job because of AI. The whole entire world is going to be destroyed because of AI. AI, AI, AI. That's all we ever hear about is AI. But today I want to talk about language and conversation because there are a lot of new AI tools coming out saying that they can improve your comprehension of a language, and furthermore, they can help you with conversation in a language. Now, if you haven't seen my recent video about how language conversation videos and English conversation videos are BS, go ahead and check that video out above or below or somewhere in here. But today I want to talk about AI and English learning, and is it real or is it BS? Now, I've been getting a lot of advertisements from one specific company on Instagram, and today I want to go into there and see how well it actually is able to understand what I'm saying and to give me a conversation. Now, what I'm looking for in this English conversation tool is mostly error correction and if it can understand what I'm saying. Now, I didn't want to pay the $20 a month or whatever if it's something I don't want. I didn't want to dish out that money. Apparently you can speak, but we're going to do everything with typing. And basically we're going to go from doing some minor typing mistakes to then eventually just speaking gibberish. And we're going to see what kind of output comes from this program and really get an idea if AI actually is going to help you with your conversation skills in English, or if it's just all a bunch of baloney. So let's go ahead and look at this program. Okay, so here's the program that I have seen all the advertisements for online. It is something called LangoTalk, and yeah, it's just absolutely inundating my Instagram. Anyway, we are going to look at this, and we're going to, like I said, start with things that are normal and then maybe get into the absolute absurd and to see what kind of benefit we can get from this program. So let's go ahead and go. We have Jack here. Now I went ahead and registered and everything like that, just so we didn't have to go through that process. But here we go. We have Jack. Practice your greetings and introductions in this open-ended AI chat. So open-ended AI chat. So let's go.
Hi, it's great to meet you. How are you?
I will be fine. I will be fine. So we'll start with I will be fine, which really doesn't make sense. How are you being now? Okay, now this is kind of gibberish. We're kind of starting off with gibberish right off the bat. Now this doesn't make sense. I will be fine. How are you being now? This makes no sense whatsoever, but let's see what it says.
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Just enjoying a quiet evening.
Okay. What to for are you now to watch this evening on a television? Okay, so here we go. Another kind of gibberish sentence. Doesn't make any sense. What to for are you now to watch this evening on a television? Now, if you had a lesson with me, by the way, you can do that at davesenglish.com. If you had a lesson with me, I basically would say that sentence isn't correct. Let's go ahead and figure out what you're trying to say. But let's see what our AI, which is helping us with conversation, what does it say? Oh, do we slump it?
I'm planning to catch up on a few episodes of a new crime drama series. What about you? Any show you're interested in?
Okay, let's go ahead. What kind of show are we interested in? We are interested in shows about wood carving. That's what we're going with. Wood carving show. I might like a shows about the thing that is known as wood carving. It be totally okay and fun to me. Again, we're you still get the idea, but what we're going to do in a few minutes, we're going to change this up. Now, so far, this AI program hasn't provided you with any error correction. So it's about as useful as those conversation practice videos that I talked about in my previous video. But let's go ahead after this one and really change things up, and let's start making this thing weird. Let's see if we make this thing let's see if we can break its brain. Okay, let's go ahead. Check this out.
That sounds intriguing. Wood carving shows can be quite fascinating. It's great to explore different hobbies and crafts. Enjoy watching. Do you have any wood carving shows to recommend?
Okay, so now we're going off here. We're really going to go off script, and we are going to put in something that should not make sense grammatically or just as far as just logic here. We're just going to go with something crazy. Again, no error correction, nothing. This is not helping you with conversing, okay? Because if you were giving the answers that I was giving, it would be hard for people to understand. So let's continue. This sentence doesn't make any sense. It's grammatic hell. Let me just say it without typing it. Wood carving to for me be excite, and I like show who it where other like for me where it can for all people want to live in a garden. I mean, I actually had to slow my brain down because I couldn't understand what I just wrote. Let's see what it says. Now, if you said this to me in an English lesson, I would be utterly confused. I would be absolutely flummoxed. I would say, I wouldn't know what to say. Then we would kind of step back a little bit and then break down your sentence and then try to figure out what you're saying. But this sentence makes no sense whatsoever. All right, let's go. Did I break its brain?
Ah, I see. You're interested in shows where people carve wood to create garden-related sculptures. That's a unique and creative choice. I'll keep an eye out for any shows like that. Let me know if you have any other interests or hobbies you'd like to chat about. Changing the topic a bit, do you play any musical instruments?
Made a bunch of spelling mistakes. Again, didn't say anything that made any sense whatsoever. Had grammatical, but I mean, this isn't even a word salad. A word salad would have some sort of organization or structure maybe to it. This is just gibberish. This is just nonsense. It's absolute gibberish. Let me try to read this. I work to now flute because of Yankee Doodle Dandy. It has to be one favorite of mine, of my choice. See, I can't even read because it just makes no sense. Because I want to live revolution. Okay, so what I'm trying to get across here, and let's see if it picks it up. Say, I'm learning the flute because I like Yankee Doodle Dandy. It has to be one of my favorite choices. I don't know why I'd say that. Because I want to relive the Revolutionary War. That's basically what I'm saying. Let's see if it picks that up. Did I break it?
That's great to hear. The flute is a beautiful instrument. Yankee Doodle Dandy is a fun tune to play on the flute. Learning to play an instrument can be so rewarding. Have you been practicing a lot?
So I'll give it credit. It actually picked up kind of what I was saying. I misspelled flute. Now I did put Yankee Doodle Dandy. I did put it that it probably can pick it up from there and probably got some of the words. So give it credit here. It actually picked up what I was trying to say, even with that absolute shit show of a sentence that I wrote and the other sentences as well. Just absolute crap. But at the end of the day, it kind of figured out what I was saying. Interesting. All right, so there it is. There's the video. And luckily for me, I don't have to worry about losing my job because the AI technology, as far as English conversation, is a long way off. It did not provide any error correction whatsoever. It did not provide any word recommendation. I totally screwed up. I totally said things that made no sense whatsoever. Granted, they were able to glean a little bit of the ideas that I was trying to get off of the little bit of hints that I kind of threw at the AI, but at the end of the day, it wasn't good for conversation practice because it didn't help you with your conversation. So you have a word salad going on in your head, and yes, it's responding in correct English and doing it in a correct way, but it's not telling you that you are constantly making mistakes. And this is the problem with AI right now, is that it is always just going to constantly figure out what you're trying to say and then go with it. Another thing with AI that I find very interesting, not just with this, but with ChatGPT and other things, it's a real neutral approach to conversation. So if I really wanted to go up the deep end and get into some really controversial stuff, it probably is going to want to steer it in the middle and kind of keep things on topic that are maybe a little bit less controversial. So I find that right now with AI technology, not just with this type of technology, but other technology, is that the topics can be real bland. And this is the same thing when it comes to the conversation videos that a lot of these YouTube English teachers have as well. It's just, there isn't any substance to it. It's talking about buying a shirt in a store, okay? I'll go to Walmart. I look at hey, look, that's $10. Grab it, and then I'm off. That's what I do, right? There's no practicality to it. And if you're not getting error correction and you're not actually building on your knowledge, then these conversation practice videos, they just really don't make any sense, and they're not benefiting you whatsoever. So thank God for me, being an English teacher, AI is a long way away from providing any benefit whatsoever to somebody who's learning English, because again, you're not getting the error correction. You're not being told that, you're making a mistake here, you're making a mistake there. So basically, this isn't providing conversation practice. It's just improving your listening skills with the AI just trying to figure out what you're saying with the few bits that there are. But this can also cause a problem, because if you have a grammatically horrible word salad like we just put in this video, then you might internalize that the way in which you wrote it is correct because the computer was able to answer you in a way in which made sense to you. So therefore, it can maybe be reinforcing bad habits because it's not doing error correction, and therefore you think that you are saying something correct when you're not, because this program isn't providing you with the corrections that you need to make sure that your English makes sense. And in these examples here, this person that we were trying to imitate, that'd be like an A0 level. That would just be somebody throwing words together and having no idea. Now, yes, some of them are a little bit more complicated, I know. But if somebody spoke like this, they would just have zero understanding of grammar, some vocabulary. And this is, when people talk about, oh, you need to learn all this vocabulary, you need to learn some grammar too, or you're going to sound like this. And that is an important thing, is that if it's not giving you the feedback, you just might be thinking that, I'm doing this correctly. All right, so I want to do this little video about AI because AI is everywhere right now. And I just want to say, when it comes to English language conversation, it might not be the best program for you to get. It just might not be beneficial, especially if you're going to fork out $20 a month. That's a lot for something to not give you error correction. I mean, you can get lessons, you can do something else. You can spend your money wisely to get more out of your English learning experience. So don't spend the $20 a month on this program. It's absolutely not worth it. So thank you all very much. Have a wonderful day wherever it is you are. And if you do want to take one-on-one lessons, just go to davesenglish.com, my website, where I can help you with your English language needs. And also, if you stayed this long into the video, make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell, you get the notifications. You know the drill. You know what everybody says. All right, I'll talk to you later. Have a good day. Have a good week. I will see you in the next video. Bye.